Hey there, fans. Say hello to Bebo. Bebo is this cool, creepy glass ornament that I keep boxed up. Pretty sweet. Stays on the mantle. Okay, so today on Stuffy on Stuff Fireside Edition, we're going to talk about where I went shopping today. We'll do some traditional unboxing. We'll unbag from the store. So, first of all, wristwatch check. So this is the creme de la creme of my collection. It's an automatic chronograph, 1992 or 93 Rolex Daytona. I've changed out the strap to a black and red strap, so this is by far the nicest watch in my collection. All the rest are quartz, battery operated watches. I still love them all, but this one is the most beautiful. And I put it on today because I dressed up. I went to the Symphony and the DIA. So the DSO and the DIA. So excellent day. And this sport coat is actually a vintage find from the Salvation Army. Custom clothier. It's beautiful. Beautiful coat. Okay, today we went to Nordstrom's Rack. So it's all the luxurious designer brands that you find at Nordstrom's, but at discount prices. So much like I love thrifting, when I do buy new, I like to kind of hunt and thrift for deals. So first unbagging item, cedar shoe trees. I talked about this in my shoe video. I'll be going over it in my shoe polishing video. Very important to keep your shoes shape and keep them from cracking, keep them fresh smelling. So I put in cedar shoe trees, and they had them for buy one get one half off. I got two, size 10. So in case you fans were wondering, Stuffy's a size 10. Okay, they had amazing shoes today. I mostly spent my time in the shoe section. They had Ellen Edmonds, Florsheim, Bruno Magli. I mean, they just had designer brand after designer brand. Some of them were a little out of reach for me right now, but I picked up a beautiful pair of Johnston Murphy. Okay, absolutely love these. So I needed a new black shoe. If you remember my video where the heel was coming off, these are much better quality. They're real stacked leather. They're 3/4 stitched all the way around. Beautiful stamped leather. They were originally a $140 shoe. I got them for $69. I think that's a great value. I'm still gonna put some treatment on them before I wear them the first time, and of course keep a shoe tree in them so I don't get a lot of the cracking in the seam. But I just absolutely love these shoes. They're amazing. They're gonna replace my black dress shoe. Again, I wish I could have found more of a square toe, but these aren't too bad. And they're classic wingtip, solid black. So beautiful, beautiful. Also, my belt is cracking and kind of falling apart, so I found this awesome English Laundry, also 50% off. It's, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It's very textured, and I also like to buy reversible belts. So it's brown on the other side, so you can actually flip them around. So you just gotta unbuckle it. And then usually the belt buckle, yeah, turns. So again, this was by English Laundry. So now I can wear it on the brown side. So that is my unbagging video. One last item. I got another shoe brush. So you'll see in my polishing videos, you got to use a brush between every step. And the one I started with for my Doc Martin boots, I used a lot of black shoe polish. So I got the bristles very covered in the black shoe polish. So this one's going to be for my brown dress shoes, because I do have the nice brown wingtip Doc Martens and a really nice brown leather shoe as well. So I'm going to keep separate brushes for the brown tones and the black dress shoes. So that's my unbagging video. And then we're gonna go into my workshop and polish up one of my pairs of shoes and put a protective coating on the new ones. So stay tuned. We're in the workshop. I've got my Johnston Murphy shoes. I've got my equipment that I need. Got the Saphir Renovatoire. That is going to be the conditioning cream, waterproofing agent. It's just going to give it a nice protective layer, keep the leather dry. So even though it's a brand new shoe, we have no idea how long it sat at the factory, how long it sat at the store, especially because this was at a discount store. So there's a very good chance these have sat for a while. I've also got the cedar shoe trees. They're always good to have in the shoe.
to keep its shape and form when you're polishing, and then even just when you're storing them in between wear. So again, had an amazing day. Went to the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, went to the Detroit Institute of Art, had lunch with some friends at J. Alexander's, had an Alex salad, which is absolutely amazing, the way they blend their dressing. Most places, if you get dressing on it, it's just soggy and terrible, but J. Alexander's is amazing, especially the Alex salad. So I had an amazing lunch, amazing day of shopping, and went to 2 events, so absolutely had an amazing day. So as you can see, I've got the cedar shoe trees inserted. That is my beautiful brush. I believe it's horsehair. It's a Coach. So this is just a very light brushing, just in case any dust or debris was still on the shoes, again, from storage, from the factory, from sitting. Just getting any dust and debris off. I don't want it to get stuck in the conditioner as I'm applying it to the shoes. So I just did this lightly on both shoes. Went back and forth, checked it, made sure there was no dust, and then the next step would be the polishing cream. So I'm gonna switch over the cameras in a moment, and we're gonna go on to the next step. So again, I quite enjoy it. The workshop was really loud. Actually, the sound of the brushing on the shoes is very relaxing. It could almost be an ASMR video, so I've got to find a way to work in the sound of the buffing without it. Okay, I came back and I had finished brushing, so I'm just kind of checking the shoes out, making sure there's no final dust, getting ready to open the Renovatoire. Now, I used my hands. You could use a rag, but for the conditioner part, I like to use my hands. I believe the heat from my hands helps work it in. So I'm just dipping 1 or 2 fingers in. I start right in the crease. I start where shoes typically crack first from bending, from when you walk, and where your top of your foot bends. So I worked a lot of conditioner in there, and kept working in a circular pattern, just like if you're waxing a car, any type of material like that. And I worked around the entire shoe. Now, when it dries, it will dry dull. Don't worry about that. As soon as you brush it again, it will be fine. So I just kept working it in, moving around, and I did both shoes. I didn't show it on camera because, again, I didn't want to film forever while brushing and brushing, polishing and polishing. So I went off camera, came back. Now you can see already the very dull look to it. So the Saphir is done and it's dried, and again, the camera was off, so I let it dry quite a while, at least 10 minutes or so, till it's no longer shiny. It's just kind of a matte, dull finish. Then I take my brush again, and I just start brushing. I did it a little harder this time, because again, I want to get any excess off and really work that moisturizer into the leather. So this should help protect the leather, keep it clean, keep it waterproofed, and immediately you started seeing the shine return, which is great. Now with these, I didn't do any additional polish or wax. In the next video, I'm going to restore those really old cowboy boots that have terrible scaly dried leather. We're going to condition them, we're going to buff them, we're going to polish them with cream, buff them again, and then wax them and buff them for a final step. So that video will be a little more in depth. This one is just kind of showing the conditioning and protecting that is still important even though it's a brand new shoe. Okay, I'm done buffing. You can see the beautiful shine has returned to both shoes. Absolutely amazing, and they're now protected. And then I've laced them the favorite way that I like to lace it on dress shoes. So that's down, so you don't tie them at the top like you would typically with a gym shoe where you tie the bow at the top. I lace them downward and then tuck in the laces inside. So my shoes are ready to go. They've got shoe trees in them, new laces, buffed. I'm just doing some final touches, making sure they're extra smooth. So I hope you enjoyed today's video where I shopped. I did some techniques that I like to care for my stuff, and we'll catch you next time.